لقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر
بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Tajweed Made Easy. This is your brother Abu Muhammad. In the last few lessons, we started the Nun Sakin and Tanween rules. We found out that after Nun Sakin and Tanween, depending which letters that come after them, they will affect in how we pronounce the Nun Sakin and Tanween. And this effect is of four types, four rules. Number one, Idhar. 6 letters, we pronounce the Nun Sakin and Tanween with clarity. We pronounce it clearly. Idgham, which is the second rule, we merge the Nun Sakina into the letters of Idgham. Al-Qalb, we change Nun Sakina or Tanween into Al-Qalb letter. And the fourth rule, which is Al-Ikhfaa, the fourth and last rule, this is what we're going to do today. So have a look at the board. Al-Ikhfaa has two types of meanings. One of those words have two types of meaning. General, linguistic meaning, and a specific applied meaning. The general meaning means to hide. And the applied meaning, it means to pronounce the Nun Sakin and Tanween by hiding it and pronouncing it in between Idhar and Idgham. The letters of Ikhfa are 15 letters. Because Idhar is 6 letters, Idgham is 6 letters, that's 12. Qalb is 1 letter, that's 13. Total number of letters in the Arabic language, 28. So 28 minus 13 is 15 letters. And they are the following. Ta, Tha, Jim, Dal, Dhal, Zai, Sin, and Shin. The following letters, the 5 letters, I've highlighted in blue. 2 letters there, 2 letters here, and a qaf here. Why? Because these 5 letters are heavy letters. So when we do ikhfa with these letters, we're going to pronounce it in a heavier way. Inshallah, we'll find out how we do that. And fa and kaf. So when nun sakina or a tanween, it meets any of these letters, we're going to hide the nun by pronouncing it in between idhar and idgham. What does that mean? For example, here, we have a ta here. 2 words. Ikhfa can be in 2 words or 1 word. So the end of the first word ends with the nun sakina, and the beginning of the next word starts with the ta. So nun sakina meeting a ta. How do you pronounce this? So what does it mean to pronounce it in between idhar and idgham? If I pronounce this in an idhar way, it will be man taba. Man taba. I'm touching the tip of the tongue, okay, to the roof of the mouth. Man taba. Man taba. When I do idhar, I'm using the tip of the tongue. I'm touching the roof of the mouth. That's one thing. Second thing, I'm actually performing a ghunna. I'm doing a ghunna. Man taba. The nasalization sound. So 2 things. And I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do idgham. What does idgham mean? Idgham means to merge. Mat taba. If I say mat taba and merge the nun into the ta, am I using the ghunna? Mat taba? No, I'm not using the ghunna. Am I using the tip of the mouth, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth? No. So idhar, yes, yes. Idgham, no, no. When I say yes, yes, I mean yes, we use the tip of the tongue, and yes, there's a ghunna. But idgham, there's no ghunna and there's no touching of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. We want in between. Part of idhar, part of idgham. So in between. What does this mean? So what we're going to do is, when we pronounce this letter, imagine this is the tongue. Okay? This is the tongue here. This is the roof of the mouth. And ta is just behind the incisors, okay, the front 2 teeth here. So we're going to take the tongue, bring it as close as possible to the letter where the ta comes out, the makhraj, without touching it. Because if you touch it, then we're touching the roof of the mouth. So if I say man tab, I'm touching the roof of the mouth. We don't want to touch the roof of the mouth. What we want is to bring the tongue as close to the ta as possible without touching it. So man taba. The noon will be left out, just the ghunna left, the ghunna, man. So ghunna, we're going to pronounce it. So this shares the characteristic of al-idhar in terms of the ghunna, but it does not touch the tongue, okay? So man. Once we were closer, then we say the ta. So man taba. So we don't touch it. If we touch it, man taba, we're doing idhar. We don't want to do idhar. If we go too far, man taba, this is not correct as well. We want to touch the tongue, get the tongue as close to the makhraj, the articulation point of the ta as possible, and then say the ta without the ghunna. So man taba. That's it. Just like in the English language, some words like honey and money, the n, we touch the n with the roof of the mouth. Money, honey, we touch the n with the roof of the mouth. If we pronounce words that have N with a G, we bring the N very close to the G, like young or lung and so on. Young, lung, playing and so on. We bring the N very, very close to the G. So we do not touch the letter, but bring it as close as possible. So man taba and hold it. Man taba and not man taba. If we say man, we're touching the roof of the man taba. We don't want it to touch. No, we don't want a distance between. So man taba. Next one, tha. Man thajjaj. How would we do that? Similar thing. Tongue. Okay, and the roof of the tongue and where the tha is articulated from will come very, very close. Nun will be forgotten, will be hidden. So just the ghunna sound. Man, just the ghunna sound. Hold it near there without touching it. Then say the tha. So man thajjaja. Man thajjaja. Not man thajjaja or man thajjaja. As close as possible. Man thajjaja. Same thing with the jim. In without touching, not in no are we going to say in, but here as close as possible. In ja'akum, then we have a dal and dada, same thing. Now we're going to practice with the heavy letters. We're going to do ikhfa in a similar way, but we're going to make the ikhfa heavier. Why? Because this meets the heavy letters. So we have here sad. So instead of saying ansar, we're going to say ansar, not ansar. In taba, we say man taba, not man taba. Why? Because the ta is from the light letters. So sad, we're going to make it heavy. Ansar. Same thing with dad. قوما ضالين قوما not قوما ضالين. Next one we have a ta here. So as close as possible. انطلقوا we're going to pronounce in a heavier way. Not انطلقوا but انطلقوا. Then we have here dha. انظر and not انظر. We'll make it heavier. And last one we have a qaf. So شيء قدير شيء قدير. That's it. This is what ikhfa is. So basically, this just means we hide the nun by pronouncing it in between idhar and idgham. When we say in between idhar and idgham, we mean we do not touch the nun. We do not touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. We do not do that to make it idhar. So we just bring the tongue close, very, very close to the letter, and then say the letter without the ghunna. So the ghunna will be forgotten. The nun will be forgotten, and the tongue will come very close to the articulation point. Ghunna will be pronounced, and then ghunna will be left out. Then we're going to say the letter. So we mentioned that the 5 letters which are heavy letters, when we pronounce the ikhfa with these letters, then we're going to do ikhfa in a heavier way. And the other letters, the remaining 10 letters, the ikhfa will be in a light way, but obviously because these letters, they're in different makharij, the closer the makharij, the closer the articulation point is to the nun, the stronger the ikhfa is, inshallah. This will come later on when we do the articulation points. So today we looked at al-ikhfa, which means to hide. So we hide the nun sakin by pronouncing in between idhar and idgham. Inshallah, in the next lesson, we're going to start the ahkamul mim al-sakina. Inshallah, we're going to start the rules of mim al-sakina. Until then, jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.